Hello, I am Stacey Anfindsen, and I am this month's volunteer for Ask the Expert, sponsored by the Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. This month we have 3 questions submitted by our members that they would like answers to. So here we go, I'll take a stab from it. First question comes from Meredith from Raleigh. Meredith, thank you very much for submitting this question. She asks, how many people have relocated to the Triangle this year from out of state? Meredith, I don't have the answer to the amount of people, but I do know where they're coming from. If we looked at IRS data, the majority of people are still coming from the Northeast. So we've had a continuing trend of Yankees coming down here, starting since the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and they keep coming. Much to the chagrin of the Southerners who would love to get rid of the Yankees. I'm an ex-Yankee, but I'm down here and I'm happy to be here. So the Yankees are coming down here. People from the Midwest are coming down here. The reasons that they've come down here have been the reasons they've been coming down here in the past. They like our weather, they like our affordable housing prices, and they like our jobs. John from Holly Springs asks, which housing trends can we expect to see in the Triangle over the next 6 months? Well, John, right now we're in a little bit of a uncertain time in our market because we just had the expiration of the first-time homebuyer tax credits, which expired at the end of April for houses that had to close by June. So May and June numbers were a little bit soft. I would expect to see that trend continue in July and August. I would hope for September and October we'd get back to some sort of a normal buying activity in the market, but everything depends on the jobs. Teresa from Cary asked 2 questions. Which areas of the Triangle are seeing the most activity, and what statistic or trend in 2010 surprised me the most? Let me take the second part of that question first. I was surprised at the effect that the first-time homebuyer tax incentive had on the market in the first quarter of this year. The first time that credit expired was in the 4th quarter of last year, and that had a tremendous effect on closings and showings and pendings in the 4th quarter of last year. But I thought after that first time, the first expiration date came, that really anybody that was going to buy a house that would have been qualified under that would have bought a house. But showing and pending and closing activity were fantastic in January, February, March, and April. It was really specifically due to the incentives that were offered. What we've seen in pending sales in terms of lower contract pendings and lower showings during May and June, the fact that they're so much lower than they were in the first quarter is indicative of the effect that incentive programs had. Which areas of the Triangles are seeing the most activity? Well, it's the traditional areas of the Triangle. We like, the buyers like, for the most part, Cary, Apex, and Morrisville. They like North Raleigh, and they like inside the Beltline. I think those buying trends and buying demands will continue into the 3rd and 4th quarter of this year. All right, so those are the 3 questions submitted each month. We appreciate all the we had tons and tons of questions submitted. So those of you that didn't get a chance to ask the expert this time, keep sending them in next time. Next month's expert will take a shot at it. We don't know who it's going to be yet. But for now, we appreciate you sending it in. This is a brand new program that the association has come up with, and we appreciate your input and hope that you find this a valuable resource.